What's up, Legends? I want to share 5 of the most common ways to organize your Pokemon cards into binders. Now, I'm still primarily a binder collector myself. They're by far the most cost-effective and space-efficient ways to store your cards. And since many of you guys have been asking for months now for me to show you an update of my Pokemon card collection, I thought we would crack into our binders to show you where my Pokemon card collection has come, as well as how I like to sort my cards in binders. Now, real quick, I have to mention that I pretty much exclusively use Vault X binders for my Pokemon card collection just because they're extremely high quality. They come in a number of colors, which you'll see in just a little bit. They do kind of zip close and shut, which is very nice. And yeah, I think you'll see some cool features about these as we go through our binders here. But if you guys decide you want to pick up some Vault X binders, you can get them on their website or on Amazon. And either way, if you use my code LEGENDVX, you'll be able to get 10% off of your purchase from them. Now, the first and probably most common way to organize your Pokemon cards in binders is by set. Now, a lot of people like to collect entire master sets of some of their favorite sets, so whether from the WotC era or even more modern sets. I personally like to collect a lot of the old Wizard of the Coast sets, as well as some of my favorite modern sets. So let me show you one of my master set binders here. It's actually my most recent one, which contains both the Pokemon Go set as well as 151. We'll go ahead and skip ahead towards 151 since it's one of the more popular sets in recent years. So we kind of end off our Pokemon Go set here, and we are starting our 151 master set right here. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that I actually have the reverse holos in here, and different people collect master sets different ways. Some people choose not to go after the reverse holos because each common card and uncommon card does have a reverse holo counterpart, and so it definitely makes it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more expensive to try and go after both of them. But the way I handle it is I actually like to I collect both. I collect the common, as you can see for Bulbasaur here, as well as the just the common reverse holo, and I just kind of stick them in next to each other, actually in the same pocket. And what I'll do for the slightly more rare cards, I put them in a perfect fit sleeve, and it kind of helps to protect them as I'm sliding them in and out. Now, some people will actually choose to, if they do choose to collect both the commons and the reverse holos as well, they'll actually choose to do the regular version here and then put the reverse here, so on. They would do Ivysaur here, the regular one, and then the reverse one here, so they keep going on and on. Now, for me, just in order to save space, because you know it does eventually add up to buy a bunch of binders like this, I like to just do it this way. So you'll see some of what we've done here. The only difference for me, which I can try and find a good example here, let's see. What I like to do is I actually do like to put, when there's a holo version of the card, I like to put those in different spots. So I'm not seeing it here, but for instance right here, this would be where the reverse holo Beedrill would go, and then I also have the holo version. So I kind of do it differently just for the holo versions. So, you know, with that, you do kind of have to plan out your binder accordingly. It does take some time. It does take some planning, and sometimes you mess up and then you have to kind of rework it. But this is the way I personally like to do it because I like to see both the reverse holo and the holo version at the same time. There's probably a good example of it in here. Yeah, so here's a good example right here. We have the reverse Marowak and then the holo Marowak right to follow there. Like I said, I don't do that for just the regular commons and uncommons, but I think that's a nice way to display them. But you can choose one of the different ways that I mentioned so far. So for this set, as you can see, we're trying to collect every single card in the set, including the secret rares, which we're almost at those pages here. Still got the trainers kind of towards the end. And here we go, we have the secret rares, the illustration rares, and the special illustration rares. And what most people will do is they'll kind of follow the set numbers when they're coming up with the order for this. So for instance, we pull out Dragonite here. In the bottom left corner, you'll see the set name. Sorry, it's a little bit dark there, but this one is 149 out of 165. So that is just the order and why we chose to put it here. The nice thing about the 151 set is that they do put at least the main set in order by the original numbers for the Kanto Pokemon, which is pretty cool. But when we get over here to our secret rares, you can see we're missing Bulbasaur, but we do have Ivysaur here, but this one is numbered 167 out of 165. That's how you know that it's actually a secret rare. And yeah, so we continue the pattern there, but what I've kind of chosen to do is, because I feel like it looks much better, is I am putting the special illustration rare Venusaur along with its line here, because I just think that that's a nicer way to display it. This one is actually labeled 198, so this one actually technically belongs further along in the binder if we were to do it the way that they have it numbered, but I just like the way it looks this way. So we have all the starters here. As you can see, we're still missing Charizard and Blastoise, but we got some more illustration rares here. Some more of the secret rares here include the full arts, and then we also got the full art trainers, and then we have where the actual special illustration rares are supposed to go. We do actually have our Alakazam card we pulled recently. We still need to stick him in here, but he would go, I think, maybe right here. And then you got the Zapdos, Erica's Invitation, Giovanni, and then you got your gold cards. And then, you know, you don't have to do this, but I chose to stick the energies in here because they are special in 151. The fact that you have the reverse holo, or the holo energies, I should say. So like I said, this is one way that you can choose to organize your Pokemon cards, especially if you are a master set collector. The second way you can organize your cards is actually by species, or essentially the Pokemon that you personally collect. And a lot of people are species collectors. They actually decide they want to collect every single card in one species, and that's what I've chosen to do. We actually recently picked up this special version of a Voltex binder, this orange one, which is kind of a limited edition one, I believe. And this is perfect because I collect all of the Dragonite cards. Now we still actually need to fill up our binder here, but you can see we have just started it here. And so again, what I'll do is I'll find the order of these cards, and I'll stick every single Dragonite card in here, fill in the spots for the ones I'm missing as we go along. Now I'll probably actually have to come back and do an entire video on species collecting like this, so if you guys think that that would be helpful, let me know. But for the vast majority of my collection, I do kind of a combination of species collecting and organizing it by species, and also organizing it by this third way, which is by type. Essentially, you know, each of the Pokemon have their own typing, whether it be electric, fire, water, psychic, all the different kinds there. And so what I actually prefer to do is collect a lot of the Pokemon from the Kanto region, actually pretty much every Pokemon from the Kanto region, and some of the other Pokemon that I've just come to like over the years. So this binder here is dedicated to our electric type Pokemon, and so we'll see here how we have it organized. And this actually has two different types of Pokemon in it, which we'll see in just a moment, just because the electric type has a lot less Pokemon in the Kanto region. So for our first page, we actually have an entire page dedicated to Pichu, because we have on our next page are Pikachus. So what we're doing here is sort of a combination of sorting by type, but then also by the by Pokemon, by species. So we've got two pages here dedicated to Pikachu, just the half art versions. Next up we have our full art version. There's some really cool ones in here, and we will take a little bit longer on this part of the video because I do want to show off some parts of my collection here. I love this one, the Detective Pikachu 2 promo. We got some really cool ones here, the full arts. Got the Pikachu Zekrom promo. Definitely love the Sleepy Pikachu right here. Yeah, so what I have decided for, depending on the Pokemon, I dedicate entire pages to that Pokemon in the evolution line, or in cases like Pikachu where there's just so many cards to collect, I dedicate multiple pages. We got 1, 2, well technically if you include Pichu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Pikachu and Pichu, and then we got Raichu right here, another Pokemon I really enjoy collecting. There's some really cool Raichu cards that I gotta show off real quick. Got this one, the Power Keepers Stamp Reverse Holo. We have the Delta Species, just the regular one. Still got to get the reverse holo of that one. We got this cool pre-release right here, the official pre-release Raichu. No, this is not the one that people are usually talking about when they say pre-release Raichu, but we got the Rainbow Rare here, the tag team featuring Raichu and Alolan Raichu. But moving on beyond the Pikachu line, we do have some other cool stuff. We got the Zapdos line, and we have filled up this page, which is very nice. And you know, as we go, I'll either decide to, if I want to add more Zapdos cards, I'll either have to shift things a little bit and add another page for Zapdos, or, you know, we'll have to decide to maybe take out some of these cards and replace them with cards we like even more. We got Raikou here, got the legendaries together, and I've, you know, have a little bit of a method to the madness for why I put these on the same 2 pages. Got the 2 legendaries from Gen 1 and Gen 2. We got Elekid, Electabuzz. I love this one, this reverse here with the winner stamp. Super cool one. Also the Electabuzz EX. Super cool there. We got Mareep, we got Voltorb and Electrode. There's actually some really sweet Electrode cards. Check out this one right here. We've got an error card right here. Let me know in the comments if you can spot the error. Got Holland's Voltorb right here with the Delta Species stamp. So yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. Lieutenant Surge's Magneton, and I think that might be the end of the electric section. I've left a few pages in between here because I probably will be shifting things and adding some more stuff there. But because there's plenty of room in this binder, we've also included the fighting type as well. And so let's see what we have. We got the Shadowless Machop over here. Some cool stuff. I love this light Machamp. I actually picked this up in a local trade recently. Really cool one. Got Aerodactyl, more or less. You could sort of consider him like a legendary from the fighting type. And as you can see in here, we don't just have fighting type as far as the cards themselves. You know, for Tyranitar, these cards are actually a darkness energy, and of course he's electric in this terrestrialized form here. But the way that I usually approach it is whatever the original typing was, like the very first rookie card of that, like as you can see Larvitar here from Neo Discovery was fighting, so that's kind of why he is in this section. That's the reason I choose to do that. And some really cool ones in here. I love these Nintendo era EXs. This one, Hitmonchan EX. Another one here, nice little swirl, that reverse holo. A great Steelix card from Cosmic Eclipse. So much good stuff. I wish I could spend more time on some of these. We'll take a look at a few though. I'm a big fan of Wooper actually. This is a Dragon Frontiers reverse holo. Love that guy. And we are collecting some Urshifu cards, and we will be collecting more Koraidon cards as we go along because I do like that Pokemon. Got a little more space here at the end, which is nice just in case we decide to add more Pokemon in later generations that we want to collect. Next up, we got our blue Voltex binder, which, as you might have guessed, is our water type binder. Got Squirtles here, got our Shadowless Squirtle, got a new promo from 151. I definitely intend to collect a lot of the Squirtle line, but we still have a long way to go to fill up these pages. Only got one Wartortle here. We got a few Blastoise cards, some really cool ones here. Probably most notably, one I picked up recently is actually a Chinese exclusive card here that came out pretty recently, a Rainbow Rare Blastoise VMAX. This card only came out as a promo, as you can see right here, in the US, but they never actually came out with this secret rare in English. There's definitely a lot of cool water type ones. We got Articuno, we got some cool ones in here. Got the alt art, got the gold right here. Got some Suicune, Totodile in that line. There's some pretty great Magikarp cards out there. I definitely am a big fan of this one right here, the shiny one, as well as Gyarados. We got nice Giovanni's Gary right here. Some cool with the hollow foil, the Galaxy hollow foil. Got some cool Psyduck cards right here. I do actually like this Slowpoke and Psyduck tag team right here. It's just the regular one, but I actually kind of like this one better than the alt art version. Got a first ed Psyduck. We have Staryu as well, and what I've decided to do, because I'm not a huge trainer collector, but for the cards that actually have a Pokemon in it, I will collect some of the unique ones that are trainer cards. So yeah, you got a very unique one right here, a banned card for obvious reasons. I also got another one, which technically not a trainer card, but it features Misty in it. Love this one from Astral Radiance. We got the Hollow Kingdra from one of the Neo sets. I forget which one. And that is it for the water binder. Next up, our green binder does feature the grass type Pokemon and another type you'll see. Got some cool Bulbasaur cards. Huge fan of this one right here, the fan art competition, the illustration contest from 2022. Also was able to pick this one up, the Best Buy promo card, exclusive promo card with the stamp on it for $151. And by the way, I can't remember if I mentioned this in this video, but one thing I do like to do for certain cards that are a little bit more on the pricier end, I will double sleeve them. Got a perfect fit sleeve on here, as well as one of our Dragon Shield sleeves. And by the way, those are linked in the description below if you're interested in picking up either of those. Alright, we're still missing a lot from the Venusaur line. Don't have any Ivysaur cards. I gotta get on that. We got a few cool Venusaur cards though. I love this one, the tag team promo, Celebi and Venusaur. Moving on, we got Celebi, which is more or less the kind of legendary for the grass type. Got this awesome one from Neo Revelation. A lot of really cool ones here. The amazing rare, the beautiful alt art, probably the most underrated alt art of all time. And even this Prism Star Celebi is really, really cool looking. Got the Chikorita and Meganium line. We do have this one here from Neo. Oh man, I love Scyther. We got some really cool Scyther cards in here. Probably most notably, we got this secret rare one right here with the classic jungle artwork. But this is not from Jungle. I can't remember which one it's from, but definitely a cool card there. Right here, we got actually a card that is very special to me, because even though it's not a holo, this Pinsir from Base Set 2 was my main hit from the Base Set 2 pack that Pat Flynn from Deep Pocket Monster opened up for me. I actually won a contest he did a long time ago, and I got to open up a Base Set 2 pack. Actually, he kind of opened it up for me, but I was kind of observing on camera. This was our hit. Nothing crazy, but it's definitely a memorable card for that reason. We got the Nidoran to Nidoking, Nidorina, all those Nidoqueen lines. We'll kind of put them in these two here. Do have a no symbol victory bell right here. Again, I'm not a huge full art trainer fan, but I do happen to love this artwork right here, and it happens to feature Bellossom in there. You can kind of see. So that is going with the Oddish and Gloom Vileplume line. Oh yeah, we also got a Southern Islands Vileplume. Definitely a really cool one with that reverse hollow. Caterpie, Metapod, Kakuna Matata. Again, you can see these Zubat and Grimers. They have a lot of ones that are the dark type, but the original ones were grass, so that's why they're in this binder. And on to our next type, we have what is basically, you could argue, is the starter for the Psychic line. So we have an entire Psychic little section here. Got a really cool one here from Vending Series. Another Kadabra Vending Series. Some cool Alakazam cards. Love that Radiant Alakazam. Not an expensive card by any means, but I just think it's super underrated. Some nice pages right here. We got Mew and Mewtwo. Obviously, Ancient Mew, beautiful card. We got the Sleepy Mew here from Crown Zenith. This is a nice one here as well. The stamped Legend Baker Mew. Mewtwo also has some fantastic cards. Gotta love the Mewtwo V-Star alt art. Mewtwo and Mew tag team. This is a great EX card from X and Y. And man, I just gotta love the classic one, the Kids WB stamped one that you got from going to see Pokemon the first movie. I never actually picked up this one. This is not one that I was able to pick up as a kid, but I love this one. A lot of great Ghastly and Gengar cards. So we got Ghastly and Haunter on one page and then Gengar on the next. Love the Gengar and Mimikyu GX. Personally, I think this is even better than the alt art version. Oh man, love the Unknown alt art. Definitely one of my top 10 favorite alt arts from Sword and Shield. All right, we got some literal fire coming up here. But guys, if you're enjoying the content so far, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button below to come along the collecting journey with me. Of course, we have our Charmander cards here on the first page, the starter for the fire line. I've always loved this one right here. This is just a promo from Battle Styles blister, but it's such a tasteful artwork, really flashy holo on it. Got the Charmander, that's the Pokemon Center stamped one. Gotta love that one. Shadowless Charmeleon, it's a really cool one from a recent collection box. And we got the Charizards. We definitely are going to need to save room for another few pages for Charizard, but this is what we got so far. There's probably a few I haven't stuck in the binder yet, but yeah, so many good ones to note. I don't even know where to start. This one is super sweet right here. I pulled this one myself from VMAX Climax, a really cool one, showing a more cuddly side of Charizard. Definitely love the Radiant Charizard from Pogo. We also got the Illustration Charizard. Definitely a cool one, pretty cheap. If you don't have one for your collection, definitely go pick one of those up. But moving on, we also got Moltres and Entei, the two legendaries. Still got to get that Moltres alt art from Chilling Reign, but we do have the gold one. We got the Entei, love that one. Oh yeah, this one, gotta show this one off. The movie promo, or I guess the third movie, I'm assuming, but love that one. We do got the Cyndaquil line, and we have a Dark Typhlosion here. I believe is that Neo Destiny. Shining Ho-Oh from, yeah, it's just the promo, but yeah, from Shining Legends. Got Magmi, Magmar, and Magmortar. Ponyta, we actually gotta save some more space for Ponyta and Rapidash. We'll probably end up having 2 pages dedicated to them because we're even sticking stuff behind slots here. We got the alt art, Galarian Rapidash V, aka My Little Pony. Some great Vulpix cards here. Ninetales, got a beat up Shadowless Ninetales down there. I'm still actually a huge fan of this card. Well, not that one, but this one right here, the Arcanine EX, just the Terraform one, but yeah, I think it's cool. Got the illustration contest one for that as well. Really cool artwork. And some of these, once we get onto our gym challenge, Gym Heroes master sets, some of these will be going in those binders, but for now, they live on these pages. What else? We got Houndour, Houndoom. Love that one right there from Obsidian Flames, I believe. And I think we decided we might be collecting some Carcadet, so that's why you see that there. But, oh yeah, one more here. We do have Blaziken. This is a really cool one here. We actually pulled the alt art as well, but that one is in a slab, so you don't see it up here. But I love this one. I believe from Silver Tempest. And then lastly, we've started to collect some Fuecoco ones. We'll definitely be adding some more to that page eventually. But that's it for the fire binder. And for our last binder right here, we got the white one for colorless Pokemon. So to start off, we got a bunch of EVs. There's a lot of great EV promos out there. Let's start with probably my favorite EV card of all time, the Black Star promo. It's really cool the way you can see, you got blue, red, and yellow to kind of signify that she or he evolves into those 3 types in Gen 1. So I love that. Got a little swirl down by the tail. Quite possibly my second favorite EV card though is the Radiant Eevee promo from Pokemon Go. We do have some space for more of them. Oh yeah, we got the Unagaba one as well. We managed to pull the PokeKid from, that's right, Shiny Star V, the Japanese set. And of course they're dressed as Eevee, so I feel like it belongs with the Eevee section. So we got a lot of really cool cards in this binder. We will definitely keep showing them, but I do want to let you guys know about the other 2 ways that you could potentially organize your binders. These are not ways that I do them, but I know of a lot of other collectors that do it this way. One way is by the different typing, or the different rarity, I should say, of the cards. One thing I've seen a lot of people doing in recent years is they've decided they want to collect all of the alt arts, like this Flareon V right here, and so they'll fill up entire pages and even entire binders of the alt arts. And I don't know, some people may even choose to go on and collect all of the special illustration rares, which are basically the alt arts of the newer generation, Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, I love these ones. These are promos, but a lot of people do consider these to be alt arts. Obviously, you could do the same thing if you were wanting to collect maybe all of the gold stars or all of the Delta species stamped cards. Like those would be some examples of ways that you can organize your binder. Again, love the alt art promo cards. And one thing you'll notice is even though this is a colorless binder, I did kind of want to keep all of the evolutions in the same binder, so that's why you see these guys here. We are moving on. We still got Vaporeon. Huge fan of this one. Personally, I think that this is the best from those collection box promos. We have an entire 2 pages that we've reserved for Espeon because it is my favorite evolution. Of course, I love the Unagaba one. This alt art tag team one is pretty cool. Got Deoxys in there as well. Love the artwork on there. Also, we have the reverse holo, the Obsidian Flames stamped one that you got from Best Buy. Got a pretty big page right here. Got the alt art Umbreon V, just the V. Don't have the Moonbreon yet. Hopefully someday we will own one. Whoops, did drop it, but we do have our Dragon Shields on here, so this card is not damaged at all. We got the Brilliant Stars, which again, if you're collecting all the alt arts, a lot of people would probably include this in that alt art collection. Love the one featuring Karen and the Umbreon VMAX. We got Sylveon. We did manage to pull that one from a booster box, which was pretty cool. I also really love this one here, the Radiant Collection one. There's also a full art version of this one we still got to collect. And of course we got Glaceon and Leafeon. We actually did manage to pull both of those as well. Got the Unagabas, got a rainbow rare here. So yeah, still gotta fill in these spaces, but those are all the evolutions. Then moving on, we do have Dratini and Dragonair. And of course, as you already saw, Dragonite is in a different binder, but we do wanna give them their proper credit as well. It's a really cool holo. I think this might be a McDonald's promo, Dratini. Got the Delta Species Dragon Frontier stamp as well. This is a really cool one. They've got one for Dragonair and Dratini as well. And like you've probably seen, I don't just include more rare cards in here. We do have some commons and uncommons of artworks that I just really enjoy, like this one right here from a more recent set. Yeah, I just feel like it's a really tasteful artwork, kind of like a snowy ice theme. Moving on, we got Lugia and Rayquaza. Rayquaza's pretty cool. We got a few cool cards from them. We still got to put them in here. Got the gold one. We also got this this really cool hollow one. It's a Japanese exclusive. And lastly, probably the fifth most common way that I see people organizing their binders is actually by the artists. There are actually people who collect all of the cards by one particular artist. One that's very popular in more recent years is Komiya, because they have a very unique art style. This is one here that's pretty cool by Komiya, Eevee and Snorlax tag team. As you can see, very quirky and very unique. So a lot of people will basically fill up entire binders or entire pages of Komiya artwork. Obviously, there's Mitsuhiro Arita, one of the OGs. Himeno is another very popular artist. So yeah, and by the way, if you're ever curious to know, most of these artists, they are listed on the bottom of the card. So this one you can see is by Himeno as well. I just mentioned them. Got the fruit roll-up Meowth there. I'm a big fan of this dark Persian. It's got a nice swirl on there. And by the way, I don't think I explained this earlier, but I don't plan to collect every card from each of these species, but I do plan to at least collect 9 for each one in their evolution line, just so I can fill up entire pages of them. Just something that I enjoy doing. You certainly don't have to do that. You can collect however you like, but hopefully this gives you guys an idea for how you may decide to organize and sort your Pokemon cards in binders. I really hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below to support the channel. And I think you may want to check out one of these videos here on screen if you like Pokemon card collecting videos like this. Lastly, I just want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. God is with you and He loves you, and we do too. I'll catch you guys next time.